there and welcome back to Grandma's Magic. Today's lesson will be for my left-handed students. Our lesson today is going to be Australian treble or US double crochet. Thank you very much. And this is today's lesson. This stitch is called the Australian UK treble stitch or the US double crochet stitch. This is my right-handed version. Now I'm going to do one left-handed. So like previous, we will be starting off with the chain. So here's a reminder for making your slip knot. Tail end over, your wrap around your fingers, cross over, and hook your loop up to make your slip knot. Okay, so hook into your slip knot, pull it up tight, but not so tight that you can't get your hook through. Oops, out of camera. So we want to be able to get that chain over the hook. All right, now this time we're going to start with a chain count of 22. 20 will be your stitches and 22 is your turning chain. So let's chain up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pause here so you don't have to see my awkwardness. I'll see you at the end of 22. Last 2. 21, 22. Now, instead of working into the second, we will be working into the third chain from the hook. We will be yarning over. 1, 2, 3. Find that third chain, yarn over, pull through. Now you'll have 3 loops on your hook like the previous stitch, but this time yarn over and only pull through the first 2. That leaves you with 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through the next 2, and that's your treble. Now we will work our way along, yarning over first, hook in, yarn over, pull through, having 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we will work our way along to the end. Yarn over, hook in, yarn over, pull through with the 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, let's work our way along. Have the 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, I'll meet you at the other end. All right, last 2 stitches. So yarn over, hook through, yarn over, pull back through. Got the 3, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through, whoops, did I just go out of screen? Yarn over, hook through the last chain, yarn over, pull the hook through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now from here on we will be chaining up 2 before turning our work. This will give us our stitch height. So made 2, turn over, and we're looking for that first gap there. So it's yarn over, hook through, yarn over, pull back through, having 3 chains, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you can see your chain and your first stitch. Now we're going to work our way along. So yarn over, that's the stitch we just worked in, so we're going to the next one. Yarn over, pull through 2, and this is why you need to keep your loops somewhat loose so you can get your hook through. So, alright, let's work our way around. Yarn over, it's the one we just worked out of, so we want to go to the next one. Yarn over, pull it through 3, yarn over, pull through, making sure you turn the hook down. Oops, well, I haven't undone that, so I can hook my hook back in. Yarn over, pull through 2. So my stitches are a little bit loose with working left-handed, but all right, yarn over. See, I'm tugging on the work to help pull it down. Yarn over, pull through 2. All right, I'll see you at the other end. And here we are, back to our last 2 stitches. So we're working in that one, and then the top chain of our chain 2 from our first row. So yarn over, hook through, yarn over, pull through, making sure they're loose. And alright, I need to loosen that up. There we go. And our last for the row. Oh shit. Alright, last for the row. We're finding that top chain from our chain 2. So there's the chain 1 and there's the chain 2. So it's yarn over, hook through, making sure we've got both sides, yarn over, pull through. Got 3, so it's yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we chain up 2, and you'll be doing this for every row. So 1, 2, turn our work, and let's work along. And I'll start you off with the first and then meet you at the other end. So yarn over, put that first, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll keep working our way along. I'm going to find the next hole. Turn that hook down, yarn over, so yarn over, turn, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So after a while you'll finally start getting your tension even and your stitches consistent. There we go, yarn over, turn, pulling through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Alright, I'll meet you at the other end. So here we are down to our last stitch. So yarn over, hook through, making sure we get that top stitch from that previous chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through. This is why you need to make sure your stitches are loose enough. So from here you can continue on, chain up 2, turn and work, or you can put your stitch marker in and put it down till you're ready for some more, or cut it off pull it through and tie it off. So there you have the Australian treble / US double crochet. Our next lesson will be making these pouches. They use the Okay, our next lesson will be making these pouches. They will hold glasses if you need it, and a hook, or however, plus stitch markers and your darning needles for when you've got to sew in ends. Keeps all your notions together. It is easy to grab when you want packing your bag to take your project with you. You can make as many as you need for different projects. Believe me, our needles and hooks collect, so having many cases that are ready to go. So this stitch is the Australian double crochet or US single. I will show you how to make the square, how to fold it, and also, if you want, you can make a lining so then things don't go, like your hooks don't go poking through the ends. So you may want to have some scrap material at hand, and I will show you how to measure it all up. And you have a choice if you can use 1 button or 2, depends on what buttons you have that you want to use up. Good excuse to go pay a visit to your op shop and see what they have in their button selection. You can find some weird and wonderful ones, or just some plain ordinary ones. Now this is also a good project for scrap yarn, oddments, patterned yarn. As you can see, this is one colour. This is what we call a variegated yarn because the colour changes every so often. So thank you for today, and I will see you next week. Have a good week. Bye for now.